Was really good. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clan. We kicking this day off with some fire boxing, dude. Two great videos coming up. And I'm going to link this interview to the description, man. It's by Boxing Ego. He had an interview with Kenny Porter and Shawn Porter. You know, Kenny had to spit his piece first. And, you know, they blasted Danny Garcia, man. Talking about, you know, he ducked them. He said that, you know, all that's in the contract-ish. He said all he had to do was agree to the fight. He said in private, they asked for Danny Garcia. Kenny Porter talking about Shawn and Danny. They asked for Danny Garcia in private. They asked for him in public. He said, man, you know, they upset that Danny Garcia did not accept this fight. Watch the interview. They all juiced up. They all hyped up. They hyped. They mad that he didn't accept this fight. And and one guy walked in and say, there's other people encouraging Danny not take that fight. And Kenny says, I wonder who that. He said, the other guy said, I wonder who that would be. Kenny said, we know Daddy Garcia. Daddy don't want him to take that fight. He says, if you don't want your kid to play on this playground, I'm paraphrasing here, take him to another neighborhood. And they going full out assault on Danny Garcia. Said they went up to him at another fight to say hello. Can we get a fight? And you know, and Shawn was like, you know, they said we was tailor-made for him. He said, you know, I want to fight him. He said, I don't want to fight nobody tailor-made. I want to fight somebody that give me a challenge. Kenny Porter, you know, talking that ish. You know, they want Danny Garcia bad, you know. And Shawn turns around and says that I don't want to have to fight a guy like Adrian Granados. He said, my fans want to see me versus the best. He said, I want to fight the best. He said, basically, I got to just do to my fans to give them the best fight. And to me, that was Danny Garcia. He said, no disrespect to Adrian Granados. You know, my fans really don't want to see me versus Granados. You know, he said they want to see me versus Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia playing with my livelihood. He playing with my money. And technically, he right. He right. He playing with his money. You know, Danny Garcia out here, you know, playing cherry bomb and cherry duck, duck, goose. And he been doing that for a while now, man. You know, ever since he beat Matisse, it been downhill for him. You know, he fought Peterson. Most people thought Peterson won. You know, he bought Keith Thurman. He coming off a Keith Thurman win. Excuse me. And it's just like a big old, it's like a big old firestorm that's just about to explode right now in the welterweight division. Because you got people picking and choosing who they want to fight. You know, Shawn Porter, you don't have no obligation to fight Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia don't have to be obligated to fight you for an interim WBC belt. You know, you got to understand that. You know, he don't have to fight you. He don't have a belt. He don't have a mandatory. He can do what the fuck he want to do. And that's what Danny Garcia going to do. He going to make a guaranteed amount of money. His next fight, he going to make more money than you. Let's just keep it real. He's on that Donna Stevenson shit. He's happy with his pockets. His livelihood is good. For some reason, he don't feel that he needs to fight Shawn Porter. He don't feel that way. And, you know, he did say in an interview that he's tailor-made for him because, you know, whatever reason it is, because maybe Shawn don't have the strongest jab and that Shawn don't have that movement that bother him. I think it would be a good fight. I would favor Danny Garcia, but Shawn Porter is tough. He's tough. People don't want to fight Shawn Porter, you know, because he's rugged. His style is dirty. It's nasty. You're going to get cut up. You're going to get elbowed. You're going to get bowled. You're going to get headbutted. Guys don't want to sign up for that shit. You know? And you sign up to fight Shawn Porter for the same amount of money you're going to sign up to fight Brandon Bam Bam Rios. Which fight you going to take? Come on, let's keep it 100. It's a business at the end of the day. I hate to say it. You know? Shawn got to clean up his style to get the fights that he going to want. And if you're going to fight that same way, well, you know, guys going to avoid you till you get a belt. And the only belt you're going to be able to get to anytime soon is probably have to go through Errol Spence. Because Keith's going to take a tune-up fight, and Lord forbid Keith doesn't get injured again. If he get injured again, he's going to fight one time in 2018 again. He fought one time in the last 2 years. And then after that fight, he get the tune-up, he going to have to go see Errol Spence. So, you know, then you can get a rematch versus Keith Thurman. He beat Errol Spence. That's not too far-fetched, him beating Errol Spence. But at the end of the day, I knew Boxing Ego wasn't going to ask about Errol Spence. It's funny how the Porters talk shit about Danny Garcia, but they doing the same shit with Errol Spence. You play with my livelihood. Oh, it's another motherfucker out there you can fight, Shawn. It is. Call out Errol Spence. He looking for an opponent. Lamont Peterson had to step up and give up his belt to fight Errol Spence. You see how motherfuckers try to cry wolf, try to prey on Danny Garcia, but they don't want to prey on Errol Spence. They went over to help Errol Spence for the Kell Brook fight, prepare for the. We already to assist, and he asked about Errol Spence. No, he not invincible. Keith Thurman the one we want, but you picking and choosing who you want to fight though. You didn't call out Errol Spence's name, so how can you diss Danny Garcia when you're doing the same thing for Errol Spence? Errol Spence called out Shawn Porter and Danny Garcia. All of a sudden, Shawn Porter didn't hear that. Kenny Porter didn't hear that, right? They didn't hear Errol Spence calling him out for a world title belt, You called on Danny Garcia, he ain't got a belt. But Errol Spence came knocking. What you talk? Y'all act like y'all don't hear him. Y'all want to go talk shit. Danny Garcia, take your son off the swing. We gonna kick, or we gonna kick the other kid off the swing. Well, kick that kid, Errol Spence, off the swing then. Kick Errol Spence off the swing, please. And see if you don't kick your ass right back, you got a war with Errol Spence. That's what be killing me, man. They throwing fucking rocks when they live in the glass house at Danny Garcia. Don't come pull up on Danny Garcia because in all actuality, Danny Garcia is a more accomplished pro fighter than Shawn Porter. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. Shawn Porter talking all this shit about Danny Garcia, but Errol Spence called you out. You ain't said nothing. You probably telling people in interviews, don't ask me about Errol Spence before I get on this camera. Or I ain't give you no more interviews. They try to play like they tough. They the bullies on the block. They got bully style in the ring. Go fight the other bully, Errol Spence, for that belt. Nobody want to see you versus Adrian Granados or Danny Garcia when it's an Errol Spence out there. Now Lamont Peterson got to give up his belt and he got to step up and handle y'all responsibilities as top welterweights. Lamont Peterson getting mad love on my page for stepping up fighting Errol Spence when it should be Shawn Porter. It should be Shawn Porter. But he talking about Danny Garcia this, Danny Garcia that. He a punk. He a ducker. He playing with my livelihood. Hey, I'm pretty sure Errol Spence bring the same money as Danny Garcia. Go get your livelihood up. Them boys. Hey, man, don't let these fake ass boxing personalities fool you, man. They playing tough tone. They playing tough. But they ain't tough. Because if you was really about that life, you was really about the bully business, you would go fight the other bully in the division. And call them out who looking for a fight, who been begging for a fight, who been screaming for a fight, who been calling out Shawn Porter, who called out Danny Garcia, who been warning Keith Thurman, told Terrence Crawford get a belt, let's run it up a check. He calling y'all out. But what you doing? Hiding behind a rock like you Patrick Star from SpongeBob. Picking and choosing your battles. Picking who you want to fight and choosing. Hey, Shawn Porter not even on that level yet, man. He had an opportunity to be on that level and beat Keith Thurman. He came up short, like it or not. He fucked up his opportunity. Now you got to get back in line and get it how you live. Keith Thurman not going to give you a layup at his title. Because at the end of the day, unification bout comes before anything that Shawn Porter is a mandatory WBC. So if Terrence Crawford get a belt and Keith Thurman fight Terrence Crawford, he can do that. And then turn around and fight Errol Spence in another unification bout and put Shawn Porter on ice till 2019. So he can rather go fight for a belt versus Errol Spence and put himself in a perfect position to fight Keith Thurman. He ain't trying to do that. So at the end of the day, it is what it is.